I'm taking you through what is one of the entrances to the Colosseum. You can come in through a bunch of different archways. I chose this one for reasons unknown. However, as you walk through, you'll see people that use the old columns and old parts of the structure as seating. A lot of this area is gated off. However, as I take a right here, you'll see to my left, this is a Christian cross that was placed here after the site was declared a holy site, to discourage people from looting it anymore, taking the marble or the stonework. And this really helped deter people from looting the Colosseum and probably saved it from complete destruction. Other things factored into this place becoming ruined, like a major earthquake that took out one of the walls. As you see right here, I've got a good view of the arena basement area. Now I'm up on the second floor. I wanted to give you guys a good view of the Colosseum. This will be one of the first views you see if you come up here. If you look to the left, you can see like a dark arch with some bricks above it, decorative brick. That is where you'll most likely enter up onto the second floor, second ring of the Colosseum. In front of us, oh, I'm moving again. Well, anyway, to our left now, you can see where the arena floor is, and right by that, you can see where the flooring, the modern flooring, is, to help you get a good overview of what is down below. There's a tour that we can actually take later on. And now you'll see I'm going down this little random corridor, and it's gonna have an amazing view of Palatine Hill, which you can see behind all of these trees, and there's Constantine's Arch to the right. But you're also welcome to look back behind us. You can still see the Colosseum and some of the walls behind us. I'll probably go and do a 360 tour of the Palatine Hill later on, but right now we're just going to focus on the Colosseum. The quality is better than I expected. However, I know it's not perfect. The really nice 360-degree cameras cost thousands of dollars, and I could simply only afford a camera that was hundreds of dollars. But this gives you a really good idea of what the Colosseum will look like, and hopefully whet your appetite for something where you'd want to go visit the Colosseum for yourself. What I want to do here is give you guys just a simple view of the east side second ring of the Colosseum. It's going to give you, right in front of us, you can see the flooring that I was telling you about earlier, the modern flooring, and ahead of that will be the basement area we'll get a look at later. But this just gives you a good view of what's going on around you. And then behind us, you can see how crowded some of this stuff can be. This is going to be a fantastic view of the Colosseum from the west side second ring. You can clearly see the Arch of Constantine right there to our left, and in front of that you'll see a grassy area. If you look right where the circular area is, that used to actually be a fountain, and Benito Mussolini just tore it down because he wanted to build a road here. And as you can see, the road was never built, so the fountain was tore down for basically no reason. Behind that you can see where the trees are. I'm sorry, I'm moving around a lot. But behind that you can see where these trees are. That's going to be Palatine Hill. You can see where these columns are. This will take you down towards Roman's Forum. And to the right of that, you can see a couple like this big, huge half structure. There's a tower way back in the distance. This used to be one of Rome's largest temples. But this is all that's left of it. You can actually see the columns on the left-hand side of it and on the right-hand side if I get a better view. Now we're at the ground floor of the Colosseum on the east side. This is just going to give you a really good view in front and below us of what was going on. Well, not really what was going on, but what you could see down in the basement area. This is where a lot of the slaves and animals and other fighters would move around and about to get to their various locations to be raised and lowered in and out of the Colosseum. You can still see how crowded it's getting. It's getting later in the day, so it's gotten a little bit more crowded. The Colosseum is almost always packed unless you get there first thing in the morning, which I believe is 9 a.m. Sometimes they open a little early, like at 8. I'm sorry, I'm a sucker for what I consider a great view. Here again, you can see the Arch of Constantine. You can see the fountain that's all destroyed, and behind there you can see the Palatine Hill, and you can see people moving about. Behind us, you can see a few people. They're not really looking at the camera. I'm kind of surprised. Usually when I look at the old footage, people are just staring at the camera like, what is that? So now we're walking down. This would be part of a tour that you have to pay for. They won't let you do this on your own. But this is the hallway to the modern arena flooring that you've seen in a couple of the previous parts of this video. There's a lot to see here, but at the same time there's not much to see because the sun is so bright everywhere I went, and that's because the Colosseum was built to not necessarily amplify light, but it was built in such a way that there's almost light coming in from everywhere because they didn't have a lot of sources of light other than sunlight and maybe a few torches, which would not have been good lighting for this kind of a venue, obviously. Okay, squad, we made it. We are now walking out to the modern arena flooring. Very few gladiators would have walked the way we're walking. They would have most likely come in through the basement and then had either come up through a set of stairs leading directly onto the arena floor, or they would have been raised up by an elevator of sorts. This gives you a great 360-degree view of the Colosseum, and the sun was hidden behind clouds, which thankfully gave me a really good shot of what's around us. The good thing about these tours is, as you can see, there's not a lot of people. It's very uncrowded, and it's a pretty large space. When you get down here, you'll have plenty of space to move around and take photos and whatnot. If you look back towards the entry we walked in, there's actually some seats that have been rebuilt by Benito Mussolini. And that's really, you know, the gist of what's happening around here. I just wanted to get you guys a good view. In front of us, you know, again, is the slave and animal area, the gladiator area. But really, oh, and to our left right here, if you follow the rail of the the gate, the fence in front of us to our left, you can actually see where one of the modern elevators are, their recreation of one. There probably would have been several of those all around here, maybe up to 10. This is going to be, just really quickly, the entrance to the underground area. I wanted you to just get a little view of the Colosseum. If you don't pay for the tour, you won't be able to see where I'm at right now. So it just gives you a little idea of what's happening around here. Okay, we're heading underground, so the light's gonna get a little, or a lot, more dim. So, and you're gonna have to bear with me here because I have to do like a lot of left turns and right turns to get down these stairs and down to the area where we will be waiting. So it's gonna be a little jarring. And if you're not used to this, I've actually seen or heard reports of people getting motion sickness off 360-degree cameras. So I would encourage you to, you know, not get sick. That's my pro tip right there. We're getting ready to pass a group on their way out. As you can see, they do a pretty good job keeping everyone corralled together. But this is actually a really amazing part. It's very cool under here in temperature and just how cool it looks. To our right here on the above us, you'll see what a Roman flat arch. It's not talked about very much, but it's really cool. That's an original flat arch that's been sitting here for thousands of years. It's amazing that that should tell you how good Roman engineering is. All of this is original, except for some of the flooring, and it's still standing today. Okay, again, I want to apologize for how dark it is down here, but there's not a lot of lighting, even for us. It was about this dark when we were coming down here, but, oh, yeah, you can see the bright light coming down at the end of the tunnel. This would be one of the tunnels that the slaves would transport materials around. Maybe a gladiator would walk in through. They'd bring animals in through here. But we're getting ready to come up to the main area where all the action happened underneath. You can see we're underneath the arena floor. You can see the wooden flooring above. We'll listen to what she says. So she just said that the winches were important to move the animals around, which is, you know, pretty obvious, I would say. Very sorry about the lighting, guys. It was super bright this day, and this camera struggles when it's in darkness and light. It really gets confused, as you can tell, because it's not sure how to adjust for all this bright light coming in. So you're free to look around any way you want, but as you see this little nook I'm walking into, right in front of us is a modern recreation of an elevator. It is by no means accurate. This is not what their old elevators would have looked like. It's just something to kind of give you an idea where this elevator would rise up into a trap door and release animals or gladiators. I wanted to share a quick view of you with this behind me. You actually see like this little sewage hole. This used to be a lake that was drained. It used to be Nero's lake, and they drained it and then built over it, and that's where the Colosseum is now. So at this point in the video, we're making our way up to the Belvedere and the third ring. This is just a little hallway leading up there. I thought was really cool, and I would share with you guys. You won't get to view this unless you're part of a tour. This is completely off limits, as you could tell by this small group size, and there's not anybody else here in the shot. Okay, squad, got another view here. Pretty much the same view I've been showing you, just from different levels. This is the third ring close to the Belvedere. You get a really good view of Via dei Fiori Imperiali, which is that straight over here with all the yellow and concrete around it. You can see the Arch of Titus back there, way back in the distance. I have my camera set up to give you a quick view of the Colosseum from the west side on the third ring near the Belvedere. Just wanted to let you guys see, this gives you another good scope of how high up we are and how large the Colosseum is. I'm here at another tour area. You won't be able to get up here unless you're part of a tour. This is the third ring and Belvedere tour. It's a separate tour from the underground tour. However, this is another great view of not only the Colosseum and how skeletal it really is, what's left of it, but some of the city and the hill in the background. I thought this was a really great view, and if you just want to look at something boring behind us, we just have a brick wall. You're welcome. So just like any true tour or amusement park ride, we're going to wrap this up by walking right by the gift shop and bookstore. I never go to these things. I travel enough where I realize how pointless it is to buy trinkets. Maybe a shirt, but I don't even buy the shirts anymore. I don't care. I'm just here to get the video and for the memories and food. Plus, it's early in the day. The last thing I want to do is carry around something while I'm going all over Rome, trying to get footage and see things. So the Colosseum could hold anywhere from 80,000 to 90,000 people, and they could all be evacuated in less than 10 minutes, assuming there wasn't any kind of a major fire blocking an exit or something preventing people from exiting. However, I hope you liked this video. I'm going to have a link to the 2D version in the link, comments below. Please tell me what you thought of this 360-degree video. It took me forever to shoot, and I had to go back over and do a voiceover. Please, please, please like, comment, subscribe. And the comment can be a negative one. I just really want guidance on what I could do to be better at these videos, because I'm really enjoying doing this for you guys.